So today I am back for another video. So today I am finally going to be doing my video on surviving the first week of junior year. So basically I finally am being able to do this. I've been wanting to do this probably since yesterday because I know it's been pretty requested by a few people, and they've been like, oh, you're going to do a video talking about your junior year so far and all that. And I was planning on doing that, so this is finally the video. So basically I'm just going to go through talking about my classes, what I've learned basically so far, or what I'm going to learn this year in those classes. If you see me look down, I'm just looking at my schedule, which I'm not going to show you guys. But basically I'm just going to go through talking about my full year classes and then the classes I'm also taking for this semester. They're going to change next semester, so just a few of them are, not too many. But yeah, it should be a really good, interesting year. I'm looking forward to see what second week of school holds. Probably a lot more work, I'm pretty sure, because, you know, junior year is pretty hectic, I have to say. But thankfully, the first week wasn't too bad, because obviously I just learned about rules and, you know, knowing what I need for class and all that stuff. Any case, without further ado, let's begin. So the first class I have, and there's 8 periods in a day. I'm just going to let you guys know before I begin. Sorry I didn't inform you in the beginning, but basically there's 8 periods a day. So I'm just going to run down to tell you guys what I have each day. So there's an A and B day cycle, but there's only 4 periods a day. So pretty much on 1 through 4 I have those days, and then periods 5 through 8 will change eventually. My math class is every day, so that just changes the periods a little bit, but I pretty much learn almost different things every day from that, but it's okay. But anyways, I'm just going to run down how my schedule goes. So period 1 I have math foundations, period 2 I have European history, period 3 I have biology, period 4 I take a regular English class, so English 11, period 5 I have PE and health 11, period 6 I have math foundations again, period 7 I have learning center, and period 8 I have sociology. So yeah, so basically that's how my schedule goes, but like I said, I only have 1 through 4 usually. So on Monday I have periods 1 through 4, and then on Tuesday I have periods 5 through 8, but it pretty much rotates at different days. So basically that's how it goes, and then Wednesday I will have 8 days again, and then so on forth. Unless one day it's like a schedule change, and sometimes they mix up the days. Like the classes, they'll have the same like day, but they'll change it up a little bit. If you know what I mean, what I'm talking about. Okay, now let's start to move on. Sorry I rambled on about it. It's just a lot to explain. But anywho, now let's begin of how my classes are. So starting out with A days, so period 1 is math foundations. So far math foundations is actually pretty good. It's my math class. I take it pretty much every day, and it's a good class. I've been taking it since I was a freshman in high school, and it's pretty much no different than it has been the last few years. I have to say though, it's a good class, but you know, right now we're just learning about like pre-algebra and all that, but right as of yesterday and the first day, we just found out we need to get our supplies, so I've gotten my supplies like for the last few days. So I'm pretty much all set with that, and yeah, I'm pretty sure I have like a pop quiz coming up in that class. I think it's like next week sometime. But overall, it's a really good class. I have the same teacher as freshman year as well. She's a good teacher. She's like no different than she has been the last few years. She's been a really good teacher though. She will oftentimes, like, of course, ask the class like if we understand this correctly, or if we don't, then she'll review it for a while until we understand it, and so forth. So right now we're just learning about like fractions and all that. So yeah, so hopefully it'll be a good year in math, and should be interesting. Okay, so next is period 2, and I have European history. European history is actually not too bad. It's almost like world history. That's like what my teacher calls it. And overall, it's actually a really good class so far. The first day, it was really good. We played a game, and it was really fun. And it was just really cool. And this year I'm just going to learn more about the Europeans and just overall about the culturing, about the worlds, I guess, back in the European history times, about the 1600s, something like that. Should be an interesting year. So yeah, my teacher's really nice. I actually also have another teacher in there, and I had that other teacher, I had her my freshman year in high school. She helped out in my English class, and she was just really great, and it's actually awesome to have her again this year. So let's hope for a good year in European history. So next I have period 3, and that is biology. So biology is so far good. I mean, the first day it was alright. It wasn't like, oh my god, amazing. But it turns out this year I need to dissect something most likely, and I'm not very thrilled with that, and it's pretty gross. I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to dissect a rat, which is nasty. I get grossed out over the simplest things. It's not even funny. I'm not going to even explain what I get grossed out about. If you know me really well, then you probably know what I'm grossed out about. But when it comes to a dead animal or something, then that's when it definitely grosses me out a lot. And trying to cut open a thing like that terrifies me, and it's really, really humiliating and nasty. But as of now, it sounds like a good class. I liked the last few years, like from freshman year. I loved what I took. I took chemistry freshman year, and that was like amazing. Loved the class a lot. And then last year I took physics, and physics was actually a lot more with math related to like other things. But that was still a good class too. But I think this year should be a good year in biology, but just a lot to remember as well. Because my teacher said we're going to get a lot of like learning a lot more vocab and all that. So yeah. Okay. And now the last class for A days I have is English 11. So period 4 is English 11. The last few years I was always in a smaller English class, so this year is actually my first year actually being in a larger English class. And I have to say it's a little crazy and hard for me to adjust to the fact for that. I haven't really had a big English class like that since like middle school, and it's really, a big difference for me, even though it's been a couple of years since I last experienced something like that. But yeah, so my teacher is really nice. I actually have a co-taught teacher in that class, and then I also have one in my biology class, and I have the same co-taught teacher for both biology and English, so that's really good. So I see her pretty much double periods, so yeah, so she's a really great teacher so far. They give out a lot of notes for that class. I haven't really taken so much notes yet. I had to do like a little mini reading thing on that, which reminds me I have a presentation on that on Monday, just all about summer reading. I just had to pick out a character from what book I read. The book I read was Those Who Wish Me Dead. It was a really good book. So yeah, I just have to pick a character from that, and then either a piece of evidence or a quote from the book. So should be good, and hopefully I do good on that. So yeah. And yeah, okay, so that's pretty much all my A days. And the lunch I had was third, and oh god, I kind of hate third to be honest, because it's the last lunch of the day, and plus it's very crazy. But thankfully though, I have my best friend Emily and my best friend Amanda with me, so that's really great. So I'm glad to have them in my lunch, so that's awesome. Should be a good year. Okay, so that's all my A days. And now with B days. So the first class, so period 5 I have is PE and Health 11. And my teacher seems really good. I never had her before, but thankfully a few of my friends, they told me about her because they had her last year. They both had her on the same day, and they both told me she's a good teacher. So that's good. She is a good teacher so far. She made us though get a folder for her class, which I'll show you guys this though. So I just put my name on it. So I just got like a 2-pocket folder. She said something like this is pretty good, so I haven't really gotten handouts or anything like this for her, so yeah, I'll probably save that for when I have health with her, probably in a couple months or so. So far health, and will sound interesting. Like, she told us a little bit about it, but I don't know a whole lot. I don't really have many friends in my gym class really, but I recognize a few faces, so that's good. But I don't really have friends considered in that class, but we'll see how that goes. And this class is only a semester long, so that's good. But yeah, we'll see how that goes. Period 6 is math foundations, but I'm actually not going to explain that again because I already talked about it since I had it period 1. So yeah, moving on. Period 7, I have learning center and study. I call it study, but you can call it learning center too. I like it a lot. I get a lot of my work done, especially since I have math right after it. I can get all my math homework done then. Then also from my A days, I can get like my European history and then my biology and then my English homework done too. So that's always really good as well. So I think it should be good. I do have Learning Center again next semester, but it's just going to be a different period, but I'm just very glad with that. But overall, it should be really good with Learning Center, and it helps me a lot with that class, so I really like it. Now, finally, the last, and by the way, also, I haven't really met my actual Learning Center teacher yet, so we don't really talk in that class. It's more like a quiet class, like you can listen to your music and do your work at the same time, so that's good. So I had a substitute yesterday, so I didn't get to actually meet the actual teacher, but we'll see how she is when I meet her, hopefully next week. And now the last class of the day I had was sociology, and I'm taking 2 social studies classes. And believe it or not, my best friend Julianne told me all about sociology because she took that her senior year of high school, and she told me a lot about it, so I was really thankful once I found out that I was going to be taking this class. I asked Julianne a bunch of questions all about it, and she told me a ton, so thank you, Julianne, and if you're watching this, thank you a lot for telling me all about sociology. Should be a good class. My teacher for this class is really great. I actually had her freshman year when I took world geography, so that's really good. So she understands my playing class and all that, but I did participate in learning and talking in the class yesterday, so I pulled off a little piece of learning in that class, so that's good. And then as for the lunch I had second lunch, so my lunches do change quite a bit. So yeah, my lunches will probably change next semester, but I don't know. As of now, my A days won't change at all, but yeah. And thankfully, though, I have my best friends Emily and Amanda again, so that's really good. And then I also have my best friend Rebecca, so that's amazing. I love my friends. Okay, you guys, so that is basically my video surviving the first week of junior year in high school, aka 11th grade. Anyways, you guys, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Thumbs up, and also leave comments in the comment section below if you guys would like to see how my binders are, for what binders I use, and also learning more about the classes that I'm taking this year. So if you guys would like to see a binder video and all that, thumbs up and leave some comments below. Leave some sweet comments and all that. And yeah, in any case, you guys, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye! Peace.